Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Matt here, Tanks Lawn Maintenance. It is 7:22 p.m. Saturday evening, October the 28th, 2023, year of our Lord. I'm sitting out here in the shop. Just got done watching Georgia victimize Florida. That's pretty much all I've been doing since about noon today, watching football. It's some pretty good games on today. Not nothing to write home about. A lot of close games. I just decided to take a little break. I'll go back in there in a few minutes and watch the late games. But just wanted to hop on here and holler at y'all today or this evening for a few minutes, man. I washed the mowers today, and what else? I did that bush job this morning. That's all I had to do with that bush job. Washed the mowers when I got back to the house, and just been taking it easy all day. Thought I was going to eat chicken wings, but we had pizza instead. I'm cool with that, so it's all good. Ain't nothing like a good old shakaroni from Papa John's. But anyway, just want to hop on here, man. Want to give you my opinion, man. If any of you out there are flirting with the idea of starting a business, you know, I mean, I'm a landscaper, of course. This is a landscaping channel. But if any of y'all are flirting with the idea of starting your own business, man, look, quit thinking about it. Just do it. Just do it. Tell you what to expect. There's going to be a lot of stress. It's going to be a lot of stress, especially if you do like I am. You know, you're still working a full-time 9-to-5 job. You're doing your business on the side until it gets big enough to where you can depend on it full-time. And then you make that leap. But there's going to be a lot of stress, and it's going to be a lot of heartache. And if you're getting in the outdoor industry, the green industry in particular, there's going to be it's a very high stress. It's going to be a lot of stress. But you know, you have to look past that stress. I just want to be honest with you up front. There is going to be a lot of stress. There's going to be a lot of heartache. You're going to take some losses up front. You're probably going to lose money more than you are gain money. You're not going to make much of a profit in your first season. You might not even make much of a profit in your second season. But if you play your cards right, you know, and you spend the off season learning and gaining advice and knowledge in the profession that you decide to go in, you can succeed. I haven't sat down and looked at the numbers for my business yet. I'm going to wait till January to do that. I can already tell you that I have more than doubled what I did last year, and that in and of itself is a blessing. So you're going to have a lot of blessings. You're going to feel like you're cursed, but in reality, there's going to be a lot of blessings. It's going to be a lot of heartaches. You're going to have a lot of people breathing down your neck. And when it comes to that aspect of it, it's up for you. It's up to you. You know, you can choose to deal with it and put up with it, or you don't have to. That's the beauty of being a business owner. You don't have to put up with anything that you don't want to put up with. Now, you are going to have to pick and choose your battles, because the reality of things is that you can't just tell everybody to kick rocks. If you do, you're not going to make any money. So there are some things you're going to have to put up with, but it's not going to be like it is when you're working a 9-to-5. But you're going to get, not saying that you're not tough already, but you're going to get a lot tougher than what you already are. You're going to get mentally tough. You're gonna get smarter than what you are. You may think that you're eat up with common sense now, but you have not reached your max potential until you start running your own business. Not saying that I'm at my full potential right now, but I have gotten a lot smarter than what I was before I started running my own business. You'll learn a lot about yourself. You will better yourself. You will learn to brainstorm. You will learn to be creative. And it's just a lot of things, man. There's a lot of things you will learn, and you will most likely never quit learning when you decide to start your own business. But I do want to say this. It is very tough. It is very time consuming. And you're going to have to make a lot of sacrifices up front. But you have to keep telling yourself that it's going to be worth it in 3, 4, 5 years, Hopefully a maximum of 5 years. You will be able to live the dream that you've always wanted to live. And once you get to that point, man, when you look back, I'm speaking, because I'm almost at that point, and I'm already looking back thinking, man, this was definitely worth it. But I can only imagine how it's going to be when I do get to that point. Now, you're going to have to stay humble. You're going to have to remember where you came from, and you're going to have to remember the people that got you where you are. I don't mean cater to Mr. Jones down the street that was your first customer. I'm talking about the people that was around you, the people that the Lord surrounded you with. Example, your wife, your children, your friends, the ones that was your biggest cheerleaders, the people that helped you along the way, your kids. If you have those close friends that got you out of a situation when you desperately needed help and you knew you couldn't do it on your own, maybe even your full-time job, maybe they supported you. You'll be thankful for those people. But never, ever, ever forget where you came from, and never, ever forget those people that got you, helped you get to where you are. Now, granted, with the Lord's help, you are a self-made man, okay? You don't owe anybody anything, and I want you to remember that, because you're going to have people along the way, and I'm speaking from experience here. You're going to have people along the way that's going to say things like, don't forget about the OGs, like saying, we're the ones that got you started, or we're the ones that got you here. Now, if you have a customer tell you something like that, you need to drop that customer right then. I know I had one say that to me, and I was in business for 1.5 years, and I had a customer for like 3 or 4 months. And something happened one day, and for some reason, I couldn't get by there and get their stuff taken care of. And he said, man, don't forget about the OGs. And I had to ask him, I said, man, what exactly are you talking about? Don't forget about the OGs. I knew what he was talking about, but I wanted to hear him say it. And he said, the people that got you where you are. At that point, that was when we cut ties, because I had to let him know right then and there that he was not there when I got a loan from my savings account to go out and purchase thousands of dollars worth of equipment so I wouldn't look like a fool out here with raggedy, trashed out equipment trying to get a business started in these high-end neighborhoods. He wasn't there when I handed out thousands of flyers and door hangers and business cards. He wasn't there when I created a Google profile. And he wasn't there when I was out in 105-degree days or blistering 8-degree days or getting caught in the middle of a pouring down rainstorm or an electrical storm. He wasn't there for all that. So the only OGs that you have in your business is you and your support group, your friends and family. Don't ever forget that. But you're going to deal with that from time to time. You're going to have people that say stupid things like that to you, and you just have to either cut ties with them or let them know up front that that ain't gonna fly and you're not gonna put up with that. But in my opinion, and I'm speaking from personal experience here, I have never experienced anything more rewarding than taking something and starting it from scratch and just going after it as hard as I could with the help of my wife and the support of my family and friends around me, cheering me on along the way. I've never taken something and started it from scratch and watched it grow to what it is today. Now, granted, I'm not a $250,000 business like a lot of these lawn care and landscape companies are, but I'm this close. This close. It ain't gonna take but 1 or 2 commercial contracts for me to get there. And in my opinion, there's nothing more rewarding as far as accomplishments in your career. You know, when I say you learn a lot about yourself and you get stronger, that's where all that comes in. You know, it takes a lot of mental strength to do this. You know, when you wake up, especially if you're starting out as a part-time landscaper, when you wake up on Friday morning or Saturday morning and it's already 92, 93 degrees outside, and you look at the weather for the day and you see it's going to be 110, or you pull up on a property and that grass is 8, 9 inches high, and you see just swarms of mosquitoes flying around everywhere, or you can see standing water everywhere on that property, or you enter a backyard and you just see piles of dog poop everywhere. I'm just telling you guys all this because it's coming, okay? It's coming. When you get that phone call 10 o'clock at night on a Tuesday night, somebody saying that their yard doesn't look what they expected it to look like when you got done, that it was unacceptable, and you know good and well that you've done your best on it. Or when you go give a quote and they tell you that $50, $60, $70, $80, whatever your minimum is, when they tell you, they look you straight in the eye and tell you that that's an outrageous price, and that they can go hire the guy down the street to come cut it with a push mower for $20. Those are the kind of things that will either make you or break you. Or when you're at your full-time job and you're given an ultimatum by your supervisor or your wife, you know, for that matter, it says it's time to make a decision. You need to choose between us or your business, your side hustle, as it's referred to a lot. And you just have to man up and make that decision. You know, if you really want to do this, you're going to have to put your business before everything. You're going to have to, in the beginning, you know, I'm not recommending doing this, but in the beginning, I put my business before church and God. My business was before my family, and I quit tithing there for about 1.5 years. I don't recommend doing that, guys. You know, put God first in everything you do. And if you're a tither, continue to tithe. If you don't tithe, I highly recommend it, because I promise you, you can do a lot more with 90% of your earnings than what you can with 100% of your earnings. Don't ask me how that works. I just know that God's got his hand on it. But I'm just saying, guys, there's a lot that goes into it. It's a lot of headache, a lot of heartache, and it's a very stressful thing to deal with in the first year. First 1.5 years, really. I mean, the second half of this year was a breeze. I mean, you know, I had my ups and downs all year long, but the second half of this year was a breeze. I'm hoping that the rest of my career is that easy. I'm sure it's not, but it is what it is. But anyway, you know, you have to decide what kind of person you are. Are you self-motivated? Um, can you handle stress very well? Can you handle somebody telling you that your job looks like crap? Can you handle that? Um, are you good at facing confrontation without losing your head? Uh, and are you a strong-willed individual? Because the bottom line is, you have to be all of these things to be a business owner, no matter what business you go into. And are you good with money? Are you disciplined? Because I'm gonna tell you right now, especially if you're a landscaper, when you got an extra 5 to 20 grand a week rolling in, it is very easy to go drop $1,000 or so on some nonsense. Are you disciplined enough to where you know better than doing that? These are things you need to consider. But I promise you, if you can get past all that and you can overcome all that, there's nothing more gratifying than putting something together and watching it work. I know for me, when I opened my LLC account, put that first $100 bill in there, and then watched it grow to thousands within a month, and then a few thousands within 3 or 4 months. There's nothing more gratifying knowing that you and your plan is what caused that to happen. Not to mention the God upstairs. But I'm just saying, guys, if you're flirting with the idea of starting your own business, if you think you can pass all the requirements that I mentioned, pull the trigger, man. What are you waiting on? I started my first landscaping job in December of 2021. It was a leaf cleanup. I thought it would only take 2 hours. It took me about 8 hours. I made $250. I lost my tail on it, but I gained a year-round customer, and I'm making about $4,500 a year off of that customer now. So in the end, it was a gain. And that is what got my business off of the ground. And that was what opened my eyes and let me know that I really, really, really need to open my eyes and know my numbers. But my advice is, quit dragging your feet. If you're gonna do it, quit talking about it. Just do it, okay? Quit telling your wife or your kids or your coworkers that you're about to leave your full-time job and go start your own thing. Stop talking about it and do it, man. Make a believer out of all these people that are ticking you off every day. You control your own destiny, okay? Put God first. You will succeed. But anyway, guys, I hope this may have motivated y'all. And for all you guys that are flirting with the idea of starting your own business, or for all you guys that know good and well that you're going to start your own business, whether it be tomorrow or in 2024, I wish you all the best, man. You know, when I started mine, the only person that was in my corner was my wife. And my mom and my stepdad thought I was nuts. My uncles, my aunts, they all thought I was crazy. My wife, or I'm sorry, my kids, you know, they're my kids, man. Whatever, they don't care. As long as they got a TV to watch and a roof over their head and food to put in their mouth, they're good to go. But my wife, man, she was right there putting out fires with me. She gets out there every now and then and runs a string trimmer. She'll run a stand-on mower. She don't care. She just gets out there and hustles with me. Just get out there, get her elbows dirty, get in the nitty-gritty right in the middle of it with me. But don't let the naysayers stop you. Just get out there, crush it, pray about your business, tithe, put the Lord first, and don't ever, ever, ever doubt yourself. But anyway, guys, hope this motivated y'all. And I'm going to hop off here. I'm going to finish watching football this evening. And I wish each of you the best the rest of this season on into 2024. But till the next one, y'all keep cutting that grass and keep making that money. I'll let y'all. Bye.